So it should take a minute for people to return here if you find us. I had some audio issues. It should be working now. You never know with these techno McGoozits, which is a bummer because I sang quite a song. I do a little improv song every morning, and I tried something that I hadn't done where I was doing multiple rhymes per each line, and there's just no way I can do it again. But am I gonna let the world beat me down? Can I let the world break my singing spirit? No, 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 no. Because it's time in this morning to sing a song for you. And if you keep on singing, I'll keep going till we're through. And if you've got some gratitude that you are gonna share, it might not be a big deal, but I sure do care, because I love to hear the things that are good in your life. If you've got a great husband or a fantastic wife, I want to hear about all the things that make you feel good. Please share them whether you think you shouldn't or if you think you should. Good morning. Good day. Welcome to Hug Nation Live. Whatever time it is for you, please say hello and share some gratitude. Big thanks to Hope, who let me know that my audio is not working on the previous broadcast. And unfortunately, by stopping and starting, I think I lose a lot of people who may have participated. Who knows? I'm in another room than normal because Lisa has a client, and I'm trying to make sure I don't have any volume to disturb their session. And by coming into another room, I had some settings that were different, and so the audio was not working. But I'm grateful that I'm not too caught up on perfectionism, and grateful that my job is to simply show up. Grateful for a conversation last night with Lisa about trying not to get too caught up in views or attendees or participants. We've both had times in our life when we were offering classes or workshops or things, and one person showed up, and the process of learning to embrace that and say, well, one person that's here, let's make this special. And I think I'm pretty good about that. I don't get too caught up in, like right now it looks like there are 4 people that are here live. And that could be for a lot of reasons. But I rarely go to the headspace of the reason why there's only a few people here is because I'm not worthy. Although I do that when it comes to like a paid event or workshop. People are buying tickets to something and no one's buying tickets. It's easy for me to feel like, I guess I don't have worth. Good morning, Mingle. I love you too. And good morning, Gervat. Mingle says, I have gratitude that I'm about to turn on my out of office notification. Woohoo! I'm excited to get my RV today, says Mingle. Woohoo! Gerbot says, late because packing. Well, grateful that you're here, and good timing because I had to restart the broadcast because of some audio issues. Lucky us. It all works out. Thank you, Mingle. I had a really good, deep conversation with Lisa last night that I'm grateful for about the value that both she and I can offer, not in the kind of wisdom of the words that we share, but in a state of presence and in a creation of a container and a healing, accepting, non-judgmental, warm and loving state that I think that we are both skilled at creating, which can be incredibly therapeutic. So sometimes I feel like I don't know enough tactics. I don't have enough training and the right questions to ask, and there is a type of counseling and coaching that has tactics, and there is also a type of coaching and healing that requires an energetic state. And I do think that I am not, maybe skilled is not the right word. I embody an energy that I think can facilitate one's own healing. Thank you, Mingle. Good morning, Juan. Juan says, I'm on my way now. Gearbot says, I love when the universe conspires in my favor. Woohoo! Pronoia. Welcome back, Hope, and thank you for helping me out with the audio issues and your patience and understanding. And I laughed after whatever you said, that even in my silence I was fun to look at or something like that. So thank you. That was quite cute. Juan is 100 miles from Reno. Isn't that where Hunter S. Thompson was? No, it was from Barstow when he was in backcountry. Anybody have some gratitude that they would like to share, something they're feeling grateful for? I am grateful for air conditioning. I am grateful for my home. Grateful for the opportunity to see my folks tomorrow. Grateful for all the really inspiring people that I get to cross paths with and have conversations with and connect with. And the frequent reminders from those people of how blessed I am in the baseline of most of my conversations. You know, there's a lot of people in the world who are at a state of self-awareness that forces them to be a little bit trapped by their reactivity, by old patterns and socialization. And most people I interact with now are on a journey of personal growth and inquiry. And so there is a lack of assumption about motivations and patterns. And I think there's a real, it's hard once you get used to being in that type of communication. It's hard to go back. Gearbot says, we can't stop here. This is backcountry. Backcountry was the theme camp I helped co-found before Pink Heart. Any last minute gratitudes anybody want to share? Something they're feeling appreciated in this moment? Or a direction that you would like to hold yourself today? Some attribute, patience, kindness, gifting, good listening, assertiveness, courageousness. I'm also grateful today that I am going to have lunch with my friend Dimitri, one of my closest brothers, who we've shared many an adventure, and as he now has 5 young children, it takes more planning for us to get to share a lunch together. And really grateful that, at least of right now, the plan is to see each other today. Davina says, I'm grateful for having the wherewithal to hold space for opposing perspectives, lifestyles, etc. It's all love. Mingle says, I'm grateful to see Juan on the playa and eat tacos at I-8. I-8 Pink Taco. Gerbot says, grateful to be mostly on schedule for an on-time departure. Impressive. That's a way to start your journey. Mingle says, I'm grateful that my e-bike is on Gerbot's truck. Woohoo! Collaborators of journeys. Good morning, Sherry. Sherry says, gratitude for sleep, even though it's chaos. Grateful for struggling. My coffee is good. Just hello all. Working on the direction, calmness, and acceptance. Thanks, Sherry. Good to see you. I love you. Mingle says, I'm grateful for the sweet church lady that made me a hot pink furry bike seat cover for my pink ride. That is the coolest. Well, I'm grateful for this practice and the chance to connect with you this morning. And grateful in advance for all the adventures that those of you who are going to be going offline soon are deep in your immediacy of the burn. So grateful. Oh, I remembered I wrote a letter to Burning Man to put in the temple yesterday. So I'm going to just read that real quick. Oh, and I put that picture on the wall. I'll put it back up. This is... Dear Burning Man, skipping Burning Man for the first time is a big deal for me. It feels like I'm saying goodbye to a part of my identity. I am still a burner, but it doesn't define me anymore. The 10 principles are fully cooked into who I am, but those ideals live in me independent of the physical events. I was scared to let go, and to be honest, I am still figuring out all that will replace the foundation that I was once dependent on. But I feel at peace, knowing that over the last quarter century, I did everything I could to promote the city and community that changed my life in so many wonderful ways. The impact of Burning Man has changed me dramatically for the better. And I'd like to think my furry pink ripples have changed Black Rock City too. I don't know what our future relationship will be like. I'm sure I'll return. But our relationship is changed, as I have changed. For that I'm grateful, and for that I grieve. And so I printed that out with a little picture, and Sean is going to take that to the temple for me, as well as a thing that I made for Janus. Mingle says, I'm grateful for a sweet little girl in my church who prayed for Pastor Pamela and the pink ride. Oh, so cute. Oh, that's my kind of prayer. Well, I imagine I will continue to be thinking and speaking about Burning Man for the next week. Really interested to experience what my mind and spirit goes through as I embrace the non-physical experience. Thank you, Mingle. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Gerbot. Thanks. Yeah, it felt appropriate, and yeah, I love the temple as a place that can serve all sorts of purposes. It can be a place to say goodbye to loved ones, to let go of parts of yourself, to let go of people in your life. Thank you, Mingle. Well, with that, wherever you are, give yourself a hug, and as you are hugging yourself, feel yourself hugging me as I'm hugging you and all the people here, connecting in this place beyond the physical. So much shared values and appreciations, so much of a playa dust presence in our lungs and our minds, appreciating one another's gratitudes, appreciating one another's journeys, knowing that it's all beautified and amplified by the understanding that we're all interconnected, whether we're cheerleading each other or actively supporting and helping one another. So let's feel that connection as we take a deep breath in. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of us here, thanks for being here. I love you. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. I will see you tomorrow.